Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that while Nigeria political system has been hijacked, manipulated and bastardized, far away in the United States of America, a Nigeria-born American has been elected as a mayor in one of the states. Blessing Yemi Mobolade, born February 12, 1979, is a Nigerian-American businessman and politician. He is the 42nd mayor of Colorado Springs, in Colorado, being sworn in on June 6, 2023. Check out his victory speech.
A political earthquake in a conservative stronghold. That's how the Colorado Sun described independent candidate Yemi Mobolade's historic victory in the race for mayor of Colorado Springs. Yemi Mobolade is a Nigerian immigrant and a businessman who first moved to the United States 27 years ago as an international student. He's the first elected black mayor of Colorado Springs after defeating former Colorado Republican Secretary of State Wayne Williams with 57.5% of the vote. It was truly a political earthquake. Colorado Springs had never elected a non-Republican candidate for mayor. Wayne Williams is a normal Republican, though. He didn't support election denialism, which likely cost him Republican votes in a changing electorate in Colorado Springs. Wayne Williams conceded to Yemi Mobolade and congratulated him on an excellent campaign, something rare to see in the era of election denialism. Here's some of what Yemi Mobolade said to voters in his victory speech.
We stand on the mountain of a new era in our city's history. Yes, Colorado Springs will become an inclusive, culturally rich, economically prosperous, safe, and vibrant city on a hill that shines brightly. To anyone who doubts that politics can be disrupted, reformed, and transformed into an hopeful experience, tonight is for you. To the citizen who has lost hope in this great experiment and a dream of our founders, what we call the United States of America, tonight is for you. To one in this room who is in utter disbelief that Republicans and Democrats and independents can work together, can find common ground, maybe even like each other, tonight is for you.
Joining us now is Yemi Mobolade, the mayor-elect of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Congratulations, sir. Thank you. I have so many things I want to discuss with you, but I want to start on that last point, that Republicans and independents and Democrats can work together, that maybe they can even like each other. Tonight, President Biden gave a speech in which he emphasized bipartisanship. He thanked the Speaker of the House. It's not something you see very often with people from two different parties. The man you ran against, the man you defeated, the former Secretary of State, called you and was gracious in the way people are supposed to be gracious in democratic elections.
Yeah, that's how politics should be done. And I have a theory. I have a vision that I believe that in local politics in cities like mine, we get to transform and disrupt American politics in a way and remind ourselves this is how it should be done. So I'm really proud of Mr. Williams for calling to concede and expressing his support for me and for the city of Colorado Springs.
Let's talk about your view of citizenship that you articulated in your speech. I too am African born, and I'm also recently an American citizen. And those of us who go through that process, who read the Constitution when we get sworn in, who have to study for a test, I certainly don't want to ever suggest that we value this more than anyone else does, but you are caused to articulate what citizenship in this great experiment in democracy is meant to be, and that came out in your speech.
Oh, absolutely. I've been in the country for 27 years. I've been a citizen just the last 6 years. I know what it's like to be on the outside looking in, and now to be able to fully participate in this great experiment. It's an honor. It's a blessing. And that's part of the immigrant story. And by the way, we're a nation of immigrants. Mm-hmm. And part of the immigrant story is just being able to see things with fresh eyes and see the opportunities. I often tell friends and colleagues and my residents in this great city that I know that things are not perfect, but we still have so much to be thankful for and so many opportunities in front of us. Let's capitalize on this. And that is my unique perspective as an immigrant. I get to remind ourselves about the best of who we are as Americans.
But then you come to this country and you have decided that you are either, whether you want to call it giving back or being a full participant, you're doing the thing a lot of people can do. They can run for office locally. They can support candidates locally. They can at least go to their school board meetings and be part of the discussions going on. This is part of the answer. When you say we have much to do, you're the example of what doing looks like.
Absolutely. Get involved. I mean, if you had asked me, why did you run? You have to be the change that you want to see in the world. At some point, instead of looking to others, you look within yourself and you raise your hands and say, all right, here I am, send me. And that's why I got involved. I believe our nation, I believe our world is hungry for a new type of politics, one that transcends the dividing lines of politics, one that transcends the fighting and the name calling and the canceling, and just brings us back to who we are as humans and it's from that wellspring that we can get things done. And it's why I'm really proud of this great experiment that is happening in my city of Colorado Springs.
Well, all of you in Colorado Springs have done right by this election, you and your opponent and the campaign. So it was a pleasure to watch, and it's a pleasure to meet you, and I suspect we'll be talking many more times. The mayor-elect, Yemi Mobolade of Colorado Springs. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having